Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a get ready with me video. I figured I can kind of talk and fill you in on what's been going on. This video will showcase some of my favorite beauty items makeup that I've been using that I like. And I will just put a little disclaimer in now. My son and my dogs are here, so if you hear barking or a toddler playing, then I guess that's mom life. I figured I would talk throughout the video. So the first thing that I use is my primer, and if I can find it, this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up. I have very dry skin, so I love this one. It works very well for me. And mind you, I do have very dry skin, so all the products I use, if you are oily, may not work for you, but these are just the products that work for me. Okay. Let me get a mirror so I don't have to look into the viewfinder for everything. Okay, so next I have a few breakouts down on my chin, and because I don't have a concealer about my skin color, I'm going to use my concealer under my foundation, maybe give it a little bit more coverage. So this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Fair 20N. This is the same, I had tried their tinted moisturizer first, and I loved it, and then when they came out with this, I was very excited because I need a creamy concealer that doesn't look too matte or over drying on me for a good price. I couldn't find one at the drugstore that I liked. Okay, well, it's not going to give too much coverage to these major breakouts that I've been having, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'll just do a little bit more. And then me personally, I don't like a heavy foundation. So, and if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the mirror. But I do not like a heavy foundation, so I have been using the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Hydrating Tint with hyaluronic acid. This moisturizes and plumps skin, so again, for dry skin it works really well, and as you can tell, I do love it. I like that it has the doe foot applicator, and it's just easy to apply, so I just put a little bit on my face, and then I blend it in. And I will make sure to link any of the products that I use below. Okay. There we go. And then the sponge I'm using is just like a beauty blender from, well, it's not beauty blender. It's an Amazon brand, or something off of Amazon. It was like 5 of them for $8, but I love them. They work really well, and when you wet them, they expand very, very well, and they just apply so good in my opinion, and they're much cheaper, so I love it because beauty blenders can get expensive. And I'm also one that I like to try to use, I try to go for more drugstore makeup because I feel like drugstore makeup has become very, very good for the price. It used to be drugstore was not that good, but now I really think it is. I think that I strive more, well, and I also consider like Morphe and ColourPop drugstore. I know you can't get them at the drugstore, but they are equivalent to drugstore prices, so I consider them drugstore as well, and I love the brands, honestly. I do, but I try to go for more drugstore because I just like the price. I can get more makeup, you know, for less money, because drugstore has become actually very, very good, and I enjoy it. The products work very well for me. Okay, so now I'm going back in with the ColourPop concealer, and I'm going to put that under my eyes. I don't do too much because I don't need a lot. I've been working on my skincare regimen, and I think that besides my breakouts, I think they are hormonal, so I don't think there's really anything I can do about them. But I've been working on a new skincare regimen, and I think that it's been doing really good to the point that I'm not really getting too many dark circles, or my eyes aren't looking too tired, which I'm very thankful for. Even if I don't get a lot of sleep, I've been using the Ordinary caffeine solution under my eyes, and I've been loving it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my makeup bag, and I use only a little bit of powder. I don't use too much because, again, I am dry, so I try not to use too much if I don't have to. Okay, and the powder that I use is the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder in translucent, so it's just literally the bright white powder. And I just use a little bit under my eyes because that's the only place that I use it, because if I use it anywhere else, then my face just looks dry. So that's all that I use on that. Okay, so now my next step is bronzer. So I have two bronzers that I actually like from the drugstore, and it is the Physicians Formula, the Butter Bronzer. One, because it smells so good. It's like coconut, and it makes you feel like you're on vacation. But I get this in light, or I do the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. This is the other one. So I think I'm going to go for the Wet n Wild. I do really enjoy this one. My son is walking around with the dog bed. I have no clue why, but he is. I feel like this bronzer is not overpowering, but just enough for my skin tone. Again, it could be different for everybody's, but this is, again, what works for me. Okay. I don't do a lot. It looks like I did more in the camera than I did, but that's okay. Okay. And then what I like to do from there... Hi, Susie. Say hi. Hi. You being silly? Yeah. Okay. So then the next step I do is... Shh. The next step I do is the Wet n Wild... That's a makeup sponge, sweetheart.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You gonna pretend to put makeup on?
Yeah.
Okay. Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. This is my favorite a couple years back, and I finished it probably a couple months back, the entire pan, and I never repurchased it, but I saw it at the grocery store, and it was literally, I think, my favorite highlighter that I've ever tried, so I got another one, and I just like how it's a natural, subtle glow. Okay, excuse me, sweetheart. Excuse me, my love.
Mom.
What?
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow. Good job. You're so smart. Yes. Wow. Okay, excuse me, please. That's awesome, baby. Okay, and the blush that I'm going to choose today is the ColourPop, thank you, Frisky Business, the pressed powdered cheek. So this is part of their peach collection.
Well, Mom.
Yeah, it's just a peach color.
Yeah.
No, you don't need blush, baby.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, light, like, everyday color for me.
Come on.
No, please do not dip the sponges in this.
Please.
No. Yes, sweetheart. What can I help you with? No, sponges do not go in this.
Yeah.
No.
No, yeah.
Okay, hold on, please. Does anybody else not get time to do their makeup on their own and only with children? Here.
Come on.
What? No, you don't need to dip it in there. There's plenty on there. Okay, Hogan. Sorry. It's my parents' dog. He likes to bark. Okay, so now my eyeshadow palettes. I think I'm going to go with, I have quite a few, but I think for today, I think I'm going to go with the Bare Necessities from ColourPop. This is just a neutral warm tone brown palette. I'm pretty simple when it comes to doing my eyeshadow. I just do a few colors and that's about it. So I always do just a plain color all over the lid, which I tend to use in the buff, the second one right here, all over my lid. And then I go in usually with On Holiday for my crease, just to darken it up a little bit. I'm very simple. I like to do a lot of lighter browns. I try not to do too much of a heavy eye because I feel like it's not a natural everyday look, at least for me. I know some people do like it, but not for me. Plus, simple is faster and simple is easier, and that's what I prefer. Yes, Jack. Yep, thank you. Yeah?
Mom.
What? Are you going to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, next I'm going to use this corner one named, hold on baby, named Banter, just to darken the outer corner and a little bit in the crease.
Mom.
And also the brushes, yes love?
Blue.
I don't know, go find it. Okay, where's the yellow one?
Huh?
Where's the yellow sponge? Okay. And also the brushes I am using are the ColourPop ones. Okay, thank you. They are the ColourPop ones that came with this palette. I don't know exactly what it is, but ColourPop always has good brush sets, and I like their brushes. So that's typically the brushes I'm using. This is the E17 brush. I'm very bad at remembering what brushes I use. Okay, and then I just kind of blend it in. I like glitter on a daily basis. I know people like it for certain like special occasions, but yep. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go in with Silk Teddy.
No.
Yes? No, we're not doing that right now.
No, Mom. No.
Okay, but you don't need to.
No, Mom.
And then what I do is I just put on my finger.
No, Mom.
Yes, love.
And then.
Okay. And then I just apply it with my finger because it's a better payoff.
Wow, Mom.
Yeah.
Boo boo.
Is it pretty?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Viola.
Hold on, I'm not done, baby. Oh. Okay. And then for what I do is I take like a white for my inner corner, and this is the Too Faced White Chocolate Bar palette, and my white shadow glaze is very, very loved. Okay, so I just do it in my inner corner to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, Chuck, thank you. I swear he's only loud like this whenever I am filming or talking on the phone or doing something that I need him to be a little bit quiet on. He just is determined to be loud. Anybody else's kids do that? Okay, and then my next step is using the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boost Eyeliner and Serum. So just the Physicians Formula eyeliner. It has the felt tip. I've been a fan of this for years. Literally, it is the only eyeshadow the only eyeliner that I prefer to use. I will use other ones, but this is just my favorite, the one that's the best for me. It goes on really smooth. It's very pigmented, and it's very easy to use. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get today. Okay, one of my final steps, if I can find it, here we go, is the ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade Taupe. I love this eyebrow pencil. It works very well. It's actually the perfect color match for me. I have a hard time finding the perfect color for me, so the fact that I found one, I love it. Okay. It's just a crazy morning to film today. Apparently, the dogs and Jack do not want me to film today. But I'm going to push through, so I'm sorry this video is super chaotic. But I don't know what else I can do. So, this is also a pencil that is very inexpensive. I think it's like $5 or $6, I think. So, it's also, again, a really good price for the product that you get. Now, the next product that I use, and I'm dropping everything today, the next product I use is the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel in just the clear. This helps kind of adhere them to my face and make them stay, because if not, because I have such little eyebrows that a lot of times the product has a hard time holding on and staying put. Okay, so that is almost the last product. I do spray my face and set it with the Pretty Fresh ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. If you can't tell, I do love the Pretty Fresh line. I also have the Tinted Moisturizer for when I finish my Neutrogena. So when this is done, I get to use this. But I love it because it's hyaluronic acid and it's really good for dry skin. So I set my face. The only thing I don't like about this is the spray, or the sprayer, the spray nozzle. It doesn't really get your whole face or a majority of your face with one spray, so you do have to spray it quite a bit all over in order to get everything and set everything. But again, it's not expensive and it's lasted me a while. Granted, I bought this right before the pandemic hit, so I haven't been doing my makeup every day. I try to, but this has lasted me, probably I bought it in March, I think. So it's lasted me a while. Okay, so then I just use my Beauty Blender. And then the last thing I do is my mascara, and this is the Essence Lash Princess. That's the one I use. Again, this is actually a really good price for it. I like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise as well, but these ones, a lot of times if you shop at Ulta, you can get, you know, buy one, get one half off, or buy one free, or something like that. And I like the way this makes my eyelashes look. I think it actually makes them look a little bit like longer, and a little bit more fuller than the Lash Paradise. I think that the Lash Paradise, since it's a drier formula, my lashes clump a lot easier with it. So I like this one because it is a little bit more of a wet formula, and it's easier to separate and make my lashes look a little bit longer because my lashes need some love. They aren't very long and they need a little bit of help. So, and then I typically just do one coat on my bottom lashes, but I do 2 coats on my top. And that is pretty much my makeup routine. Usually I would add on a lip, but at the same time, again, we're in the middle of a pandemic where we have to wear masks, and lipstick and masks don't go very well. So I usually put on a chapstick or something. Especially now that it's winter, I do more hydrating. So you know what? I think I will use, this is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. This is in the coconut scent. I love lip oils because my lips get so dry, and lip oils just help plump and keep them hydrated. Plus they give you a nice little shine so it looks like you're wearing some form of lip gloss, but you don't have the stickiness or anything like that of a lip gloss. So lip oils are my favorite go-to throughout the year. I've used their red apple coconut and their peach, and I love them all. So, okay. Well, that is it for my Get Ready With Me. I will make sure to list all of my products below, but these are some of my favorite. They work the best for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.